police body cam videos are kind of controversial on this side of the left, but I get that. But whenever it ends up being the arrest of some far-right Nazi or a incel or some right-wing terrorist, I think we can all agree, all right, sometimes a broken clock is right twice a day. I think we can enjoy a little bit of arrest body cam footage this time. And I've got a perfect example of such a case for you guys right now. People have been recommending me that I cover this for about a month now, but apparently a young man in, just looking at it, I can tell it's Florida. A young man in Florida was making terroristic threats and weird incel posts that were calling for violence against women. And I mean, if you've read any incel post on the internet, I'm sure you have an idea of what their rhetoric is like. None of it would surprise you. As it would turn out, the FBI was monitoring his behavior this whole time and building a case behind the scenes. Now, by the time the FBI comes knocking at your door, they've already put together a case. Hell, they might even have had people snitch on you. You know, like, they're not coming to your door till they've got you dead to rights. So know that going in. The FBI has arrived with backup from local PD, which is why we actually have this body cam footage, and he's being questioned, but know that they already have everything they need. They're just trying to speed up the process by getting him to admit to saying certain things and so on and so forth. Now, this young man seems to live with his mom, and I don't think she was aware of all of the stuff he was doing online and what kind of politics he has, because apparently we see her reaction in this video and it's very heartbroken from what I could tell. I've only seen clips of this, so I'm excited to finally watch this in full, or at least mostly in full. So without any further ado, let's get into it.
Are you familiar with the username Incel Revolution Soon?
Yeah.
Oh,
Have you talked about how all women need to be masculine?
No. What?
Total Jewish bring it forth now. Kill them all.
No. Okay, you know what? You got to admit, though, the fact they sent a female FBI agent to get him is absolutely hilarious. Also, respect to the FBI. This line is considered a terroristic threat to the FBI. Even under Trump, this happened a month ago. That is shocking that even under Kash Patel's FBI, this statement is considered a terroristic threat that gets the FBI to your house. Thank God. I'm glad, actually. That's good. I would not think that terroristic threats about, like, leftists is the kind of thing the FBI cares about, especially with this, like, Trump era and Kash Patel at the head of the FBI. What does the censor? It's gas. The word there is gas. So yeah, rare FBI W?
No. What?
Total Jewish bring it forth now. Kill them all. Lefties.
I don't know how much you guys would believe me, but on my end, that's just emotional banter.
A white male.
Just banter, man.
He's so scary.
You,
What is wrong with
you
you
come up
people?
with one
They're
that's
FBI,
Nobody
they can
could have
see
reported
anything.
me. Yeah, because they're terrorists that
Watch
have
your
access
mouth.
and spy on people with the Patriot Act.
okay.
You need to watch yourself.
I don't care. I can say all of this. This is free speech.
When an Instagram user
no.
calling himself Incel Revolution Soon shares a series of posts that draw the attention of the FBI.
You ever just laugh your ass off when you encounter a conservative that feels like a real-life Eric Kripke written conservative character? Like, Chuds whine and cry about how bad Eric Kripke's writing of conservatives is, but meanwhile, you've got these guys who actually exist. You've got Chud the Builder, who actually exists, and then you've got people going, yeah, I just think that the satire of the boys is a little too on the nose. And you meet this guy, whose name is Incel _ Revolution _ Soon.
They trace the account to a home in Edgewater, Florida. There,
told
a special
ya.
agent clashes with the poster, who believes
The fact is, if you give me any position, if you geoguesser me anywhere into Florida, I'll be able to identify it right away, because there's like 4 different plants that if they're all present in a screenshot, you know it's Florida, and they were present in that first frame.
he's done nothing wrong.
That or Georgia. Sometimes Georgia will get
You
you.
go to jail for that nowadays?
Yeah, if you're inciting mass murder of particular individuals, absolutely.
The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that any person charged with a crime is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. On October 18, 2025, the FBI received a tip about an Instagram user posting what they describe as RMVE, or racially, ethnically motivated, and violent extremist ideologies. Their investigation identified the user as 19-year-old Luke Nevcherlane. 6 days after receiving the tip, a special agent with the FBI arrives on his front porch, accompanied by officers with—
Bro, I can't believe this body cam channel just docs incel_revolution_soon. Oh my god. All the other anons are gonna make fun of him now.
the Edgewater Police Department.
How you doing, dear?
Hi. How you doing?
So, Agent will explain everything to you.
Oh gosh. Especially Richard Fighting with the FBI.
Shit. Oh my god. Okay, well, hold on. Okay. Shit. He's not an anon anymore. Dude, that's like the scariest thing you can ever see, is just like the unfolding of the classic FBI badge. It's like, oh, one of the scary people with one of those scary badges is here.
How you doing?
So, Agent will explain everything to you.
Oh gosh. Especially Richard Fighting with the FBI. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, what is this about?
Is this Lucas?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm glad that you're here as well. So
Is he saying something online? Is that, oh,
Really? You're looking at what I'm saying online?
yeah.
oh my
So
gosh.
well,
Are you kidding me?
what do you think?
What is he saying?
Why don't you tell us? What have you been saying?
Nothing. Instagram account, I get banned on there.
What's your Instagram handle?
Why would I need to tell you that?
Brother.
We could ask you a question.
I'm not going to answer that question.
If the FBI is at your house asking you a question, it's for a reason.
Board-certified criminal defense lawyer Bruce Rivers reviewed this case and shared his perspective. Please note that all legal opinions expressed are solely Bruce's and not reflective of EWU.
He does not have to say anything to these officers. He could say, I refuse to answer any and all questions. Now, they don't have to Mirandize him here because he's not in custody.
Sure, it's for a reason, but I mean, what the
Yeah, he is entirely fucking himself here. Like, even when it comes to federal agents, you can just not say anything, demand a lawyer, and, you know, basically let the lawyer handle it for you, which is exactly what he should be doing. Because honestly, I mean, he's probably not actually going to act on any of these things. Like, it seems pretty likely this dude's a shithead little internet shit stir troll type guy. I mean, I've encountered a million dudes like this on social media. Some of them have even directly sent death threats to me, and it's like, well, yeah, they want me to feel scared, but they wouldn't actually do it, right? Like, none of these people are actually gonna do it, like, but their goal is to invoke a negative emotion in you, and if they can't do it any other way, they will absolutely fall onto calling you or threatening you, like implying death threats or outright stating death threats on you, just to try to get a reaction out of you, because that's how a lot of these people are. They are trolls at the end of the day. So this guy probably could have gotten away with this to a degree, I guess, if he just got a lawyer and didn't say anything, because the lawyer probably could have made a pretty good case that he was privately making jokes and it was never meant to be taken seriously, or he was on an unserious platform or something along those lines. Him talking about it here, not a good move. Yeah, but it's a good move from our POV because this guy is making a fool of himself and it's funny.
is this?
Luke, come on. What
What am I saying online? I've done nothing incriminating.
be disrespectful.
I'm
I've
not
done
being
nothing incriminating. Oh no.
What did he say something?
We'll talk about that.
Act like I'm a terrorist.
But why would you say that?
Why are you here then?
Well, we don't talk to only terrorists. We talk to a lot of people.
Oh my goodness.
So why would you say
He has never been in trouble for doing anything, but what are you writing, Luke? What are you saying?
Not saying anything.
So I'm concerned that you said terrorist because that's a big word, and that why would you think we were here to talk to you about being a terrorist?
He said I'm not a terrorist.
Right, but that's a big word that most people don't just throw out there.
Luke doesn't answer the question, but the agent will soon explain her concerns.
So first and foremost, for safety, are there any guns in the home?
Yes.
This
There are.
one.
Okay, what type of gun is it?
Glock 43, there's shotgun, AK.
Okay.
My dad also.
Yeah,
so.
and,
That's a lot more than one gun. I like that. Yeah, there's one gun. Okay, what is it? It lists a bunch of different guns. That's pretty top tier America right there. Because they forgot how many guns were in the house. That's definitely what it was. They're like, oh yeah, we only have one, and then they remembered all the guns they bought since the first one, and they're like, oh shit, no, I actually have 4. There's actually 4 guns in the house. Oh yeah, and then my roommate actually has a couple. Yeah, that's real as fuck.
guns.
Are any registered to Lucas?
No.
Okay. Do you have them locked up in a safe?
Yes.
Okay. Does he have access to those? Okay.
Well, I know Luke doesn't have guns, and you could look at it, you could see what they have. I have no problem with any of it.
Do you know of any time that he's been able to access the guns without?
No, he doesn't even shoot.
Do you ever remember touching a tan and black AK in the home?
Of course.
Oh.
Oh, okay. He probably picked.
I think what probably happened, let me see if I can predict this. I think what probably happened, because she asked specifically, and he didn't touch a tan and black AK in the home. They mentioned they have an AK. The AK is in the home. They say he has no access to it, but I bet they have a photo he's posted of himself with it, talking about how he's gonna commit some violence against some group, and he's posing with the AK. And now they're claiming he's never touched it, and they've got a picture of him posing with it, and making what could be interpreted as a threat. That's what I'm guessing is going on here, and they probably just got caught in a pretty legit lie and just buried themselves hard.
Something of.
So I'm gonna show you.
Oh yeah, yep, they got the picture.
Okay, well, now-
Yep. I swear, I didn't pre-watch. I've seen very brief clips on Twitter, but I didn't pre-watch. It was pretty clear why she was asking that question. She was giving him some rope and hoping he'd hang himself, and he did.
We know. Now you know what you did.
Really?
Ooh.
This is serious, honey.
They take it serious. You can't just
What?
act like.
I can't pose with a gun.
Do you know who that is in the photo?
It's me.
Okay.
There it is.
Is that the gun you were talking about?
Oh, gosh. Yeah, it's you can't do that, Lou.
Really?
Especially if you're saying threatening stuff.
I didn't
you
say
can't.
anything threatening. It was a picture.
Then why is the FBI knocking
It was
on our
supposed to be
door?
funny. Because they're alphabet
Oh,
agencies, you know, our
Lou.
government.
Stop. Watch your mouth.
Alphabet agencies. Got. I love when like you see one of these little internet like tough guy shitters end up like actually dealing with anything in real life, and it just kind of they start using all of this like internet lingo and shit. Like they have no ability to realize they're not talking to like people online right now. They're talking to federal agents that are trying to get him to say stuff that doesn't look good in court. And it doesn't matter how epically he rage baits the FBI agent, the Foyd FBI agent. It's just gonna mean he spends more time in prison. I don't think people like this realize how real it is until they're in the back of the cop car. Some of them don't realize how bad or how real it is until it's their first night in jail and the lights all go out and they're laying there trying to fall asleep and they can't not think about what situation they're actually in. Apparently, it's like very common, like if you've ever been in prison or jail, it's very common, like at night, you hear crying. You hear quiet crying. A lot of dudes in there are crying themselves to sleep in jails and prisons, especially when they're new and they got a while to spend there and they're like processing while they're falling asleep the reality of their situation. That might be what's up ahead for this kid.
They're terrorists,
Well,
what they are.
They're trying to protect
Stop.
us.
No, they're not. They don't protect them.
Watch your mouth.
When was the last time you've seen the FBI in Edgewater?
So the concerns that I have are these are
Stuff you're posting online, that's how they have it.
the FBI was contacted because people were very concerned about some of the posts that you were sharing.
You know what Homeland Security is?
Terrorist organization.
No. Man.
He's-
You need to call his father.
He's very immature about this stuff.
Yeah.
Are you his biological mom?
Yes.
I'm sure about
Yes.
these things. I'm an American citizen, and you come to my home for a post.
What?
He's LARPing as like a Twitter conservative, and he doesn't understand this doesn't work in real life. Like this gets you 50,000 likes on Twitter, but this gets you in prison in real life.
That means
It's not the
nothing.
picture.
not
Yeah,
right at
because
all.
it's
the
something
posts that
you
you're making
said.
online, the posts that you're making online are federal felonies
Ow.
because that's the statute.
If you're
It's a federal
saying
felony.
what you're saying, they
That
take
means
it
What did
serious.
I say in that photo? It's just a photo. I mean, free speech. What the?
When you cock off online, it can have implications. I have a case right now where all my clients said, I'm not leaving X town until so and so is in a coma. I filed a motion to dismiss that because it's just. But you have a First Amendment right of free speech, but not any speech. You can't yell fire at a car theater. You know, just like you can't bring your own food. I mean, I tried that once. I tried to bring my own food to a movie theater, and I got kicked out readily because the barbecue smoke was just too much for the.
Okay, I was about to say, like, how bad are you at hiding your food? Jesus Christ. Yeah, you do got to be careful what you say on the internet. People can just report you to the FBI. And usually they won't take it seriously if it's an obvious joke, but this guy was, he made a pattern of posting about violence against certain groups, and that's the kind of thing the feds are absolutely willing to spend our tax dollars on investigating, and they should.
For the theater owner.
you're
They ask me like
criminal.
I'm about to plan an attack or
not
something.
threatening.
You treat me like I'm a criminal.
I don't know what you said
I've done
though.
nothing incriminating.
They have to take it serious.
Okay, I'd like to point out that you're not being treated like a criminal because you're not in handcuffs. You're not being detained.
All right then.
Okay, so let's point that out there. Let's be very clear about that.
Before the agent asks her next question, she tells Luke that lying to a federal agent during an investigation can result in a felony charge.
That is true.
So is he gonna ask for a lawyer, or is he gonna keep answering questions and keep on fronting like, I'm an American, it's my First Amendment right, Floyd?
If you lie to a federal agent, you know, I've got a case right now where my client is accused of that, and it's a federal felony.
Are you familiar with the username Incel Revolution soon?
Yeah.
Okay, what is that?
It's just a handle I had on Instagram.
So it's your handle on Instagram?
It was. It's gone now. It's
What happened to
banned. It just got banned. It gets banned all the time.
Have you ever said anything like, everyone, that's my instincts, that's what my instincts tell me?
I mean, I've said it before. It's just jokes.
Okay.
Well,
Have you talked about how all women need to be masked?
No. What?
Luke, watch what you're saying.
What about the exact
Zip
phrase?
it.
Women
No,
need,
I don't need it.
I know
women
what.
need to be.
I watch all the true crime shows. I know exactly
I
what
don't need to hear
But
that.
your
I know.
Instagram handle was Incel Revolution soon, correct?
It's just a joke.
Okay. So did you say it or was it a joke?
I have no recollection of saying that phrase. No.
Okay. Do you ever remember hearing all foids?
That's the clip I saw. That was the clip I saw, was when he got asked this question. This is what I saw when I realized I need to go find the original video and watch it here. Is when she's reading the quote, and he says foids. I knew this is top tier content.
I mean, yeah, I probably said it before.
Can you explain what a foid is?
It's just feet.
I forgot it goes further. Oh my god, this is surreal. Hold on. I'm sorry for interrupting this. Let's take it from the top.
Foids?
I mean, yeah, I probably said it before.
Can you explain what a foid is?
It's just female humanoid. That's what it means. It's just a meme term.
Okay.
Short
all
for femoid.
Posting. It's all
Yeah,
posting.
you might be thinking in your head that it's a joke, but it's not a joke to put stuff like that.
What
I
about
don't
the
know why-
what about the phrase "I'm going to commit mass murder before I"?
I've never said that. Not that I know of.
I hope you didn't say that, Luke.
What?
What she just said. Have you said stuff
Show
like
me the
that?
proof. Show me I've said these things.
Have you said that you wanted to?
They have the
I mean,
proof.
Sure, I've said it before. Doesn't
Joking
mean
around,
anything.
just-
Everyone said they had everything. Everyone's had thoughts of that
Bro, she's got a binder in her hand. I assure you, she has the proof.
before.
The special agent explains her concerns that Luke may still be harboring these ideations, but he assures everyone that he's not.
I know, well, his friends or whoever he talks to online, they all kind of joke with stupid lingo like that. But he's never...
Yeah. Listen, there are First Amendment protected rights. Absolutely, we care about those, but we also care about.
Yeah, just to correct everybody, foid is like, for the last 5 years, has become like the new lingo for incels, but when I was younger, it was femoid, which was literally just, instead of saying female, you called them femoid, because oid as a suffix is a dehumanizing sort of, like, instead of female, because that kind of humanizes them, it even kind of nearly puts them on par with males. It's femoid, because they don't want to even share male in the name, right? Like, it's a very much, it was about dehumanizing women, and on its face, it was so cringe and just, femoid. Like, anyone who would say that just came off as super cringe, so they shortened it to foid, and that was able to take off. But once you know that when people say foid, what they mean is femoid, you're like, oh, that is so cringy. Like, yeah, it smells, right? They needed to alter the word so it didn't blatantly smell so bad. And normal people could be like, ah, yeah, it's a funny new word.
With threats, and that's where things are not protected. Those are not protected rights.
Yeah.
So making written threats online is a federal felony. So what about something like total Jew, now bring it forth? It will happen soon, brother. It's all falling into place.
Oh, Luke.
Do you ever remember saying anything like that?
I mean, I said it, I know.
I feel like one of these statements might be enough to get the FBI at your door, but goddamn, they've got a binder for a reason, don't they?
This particular conversation took place between Luke and another Instagram user by the name Sea Salty Man, who sent Luke what police describe as an anti-Jewish video. They traced the account to Luke's 19-year-old close friend, who they later questioned about the messages.
Oh, shit.
I have a very certain opinion on Jewish
More.
people. Now, it's
You're
not
allowed to have.
which it's not all Jewish people. It's just people that so happen to be Jewish that do.
I'm not gonna say what people. It's Jewish people. I'm sorry. That one Kanye quote lives in my head rent-free.
Do evil things.
After Sea Salty Man sent the video, Luke replied, "I don't hate them enough. I need more hate, more hatred. Total Jewish now. Bring it forth." Sea Salty Man responded, "I'm done with this. Let's start."
Guys, why is it starting to look like praxis for me to join the FBI? Guys, would you hate me if I became a Fed, but, like, I was investigating guys like this? Chat, does it count as praxis if you're, like, a FBI agent and you put dudes like this in prison? Because you don't really hear a lot of stories of FBI agents putting, like, leftist posters in prison. It's almost always these chuds, because they're the ones who are actually, like, dumb enough to overtly threaten violence and also even want to do violence. Most progressives are pretty chill people. They're pretty normal. So, yeah, I don't know. Holy shit, guys, the FBI is doing praxis. I'm joking, but in this case, they kind of are.
The revolution, to which Luke replied, "It will happen soon, brother."
It's just dumb. Okay, so there are stuff that is dark things that are very serious. I can't speak for him in that. That's just not something I keep up with.
Sure.
In any sense. Like, you know, that's just, I really don't even know what to put that. I just don't think about it often.
When you say you don't think about it often, what do you mean by that? Like, you don't think about his statements often, or you don't think about...
Like, the political ideologies. Like, it's just
I
not
see.
something I'm so fantasized in.
You're a little bit nervous, you're shaking and
This is
things
the
like that.
first time I've ever had an interaction with the police, like, justice or on my own.
And keep in mind, everything you say can and will be used in a court of law.
Let me just be straight up honest with you. Take a deep breath, relax. At the end of this, we're not putting you in handcuffs.
Oh, I
we're
know.
Not taking
It's just like...
I just want you to be relaxed and know that this is literally just a conversation all of us are having, and when we're done, you go back inside and we get back in our cars and leave.
I know. I
just want to put you at ease, and I'm not sure if you were nervous or anything like that.
If the cop is actually going to arrest him at the end of this cop is, or FBI agent is pulling, oh my god, the Among Us pro player level psychological manipulation. I need to see this cop play Among Us. If he's actually going to arrest this guy at the end and he's just trying to get him to start talking, I need to see this cop play Among Us, because this dude is like a psychological demon. Holy shit.
I am, but like, it's just like the very first time I've ever had to interact with an FBI agent.
In contrast, Luke's own conversation with the agent group.
I do like, though, how we've got, like, the chud incel and the, like, looks maxer friend. It's a pretty funny dynamic. That is pretty good.
Increasingly tense as she shared more of Luke's statements with his family.
This is absurd to me.
Luke. What about, you get a gun to... I'm gonna get a gun to... That's what I'll do after a public area.
That one is probably what set the alarms off at the FBI. Yeah, you're getting arrested, buddy. There's that you can't say that. You're getting arrested.
Knows if I said it.
Oh my gosh, watch your mouth, Luke.
Do you know who Elliot Rodger is?
Oh
Yes,
no! Oh no! He's so fucked. He's so fucked. Oh my god. Oh no.
Hell he is.
What is he known for?
Elliot Rodger.
He was a guy that couldn't find love, and then he went and shot up a place.
In May of 2014, Elliot Rodger murdered 6 people and injured 14 others. Before the attack, he uploaded a video to YouTube in which he said he wanted to punish women for rejecting him and expressed resentment toward men. He's cited as an influence on several perpetrators of subsequent mass attacks.
Incel,
You mentioned...
Like, you genuinely, I cannot explain to you what it was like to be a high schooler when the Elliot Rodger thing happened. Might have been even in, like, 8th grade, actually. Like, I might have been, like, in the end of middle school, early high school when the Elliot Rodger thing happened, but, like, to have been there to have had like an internet presence when that happened, that was when the idea of incels took off. I had never heard the word incel before, and then the Elliot Rodger thing happened, and now everybody was saying it. Not everybody. It was still a pretty political thing. Now it's really mainstream, but that was when I learned what it was, and that's when most people did. Most people learned about incels, or not most people, but most people who initially knew about incels learned because of the Elliot Rodger thing. And that, like, the article that coined the term incel went viral after the Elliot Rodger shooting.
You mentioned incel in your username. What is it?
Yeah, it was a joke. Involuntary celibate.
Okay. So that's what Elliot Rodger was. Is that correct to say?
I suppose.
Sea Salty Man was also later asked about this particular subject, where the agent went into further detail.
What do you know about incels?
I just know it's a kind of people. I don't know. I honestly couldn't even give you like a detail for what it is. I don't know what it is, honestly. I just know it's a term that gets used online. People like Nick Fuentes, if you know who that is, get called like incels and stuff. It's just something like, sorry, it's like involuntary celibate.
I just think that's just
I like how he's pretending not to know.
a weird term. Involuntarily celibate. Can you think of a worse fate?
The concern is that a lot of your statements that you're making are very similar to what Elliot Rodger believed and did.
Really?
Yes.
Luke, you know he knows that. It's not.
What?
Why would you even
You know
use that?
exactly what you're talking about.
I don't
It's
even
a
know who it is.
meme. There's multiple people on Instagram. Thousands of people.
It's a meme! This is the funniest thing you can ever yell to a cop is, it's just a meme!
That call it incel revolution soon. Oh, I'm a true cell. Everyone says that.
But some of the stuff you're saying is not.
No, my god, I'm gonna... Oh no. Oh god. He's explaining true cells now.
Who cares? They say it too. Do they show up? Do you show up at their houses and interrogate them?
I'm concerned about you.
And anybody.
Today
I
I'm
don't care if
concerned
you're
about
talking about me. I mean, I want to know if you do this to other people. You go to other people's houses and harass them like this.
If there are
Those are obvious
concerns,
jokes.
if there
Who reported me? Like, who
What makes
reported
it-
me?
what
Was
makes
this
It's on the,
serious?
yeah, but you put it on the
They're
internet.
FBI. They
Nobody
can
could have
see
reported
anything.
me.
Luke, when you put it out
Who
there,
would have
it's-
reported me? My
it's
own
seen.
friends? They're the only ones that seen these things.
Well, people, whoever
How would
you're,
they even know who
if
I
it's out
were?
on the internet, anybody can see it.
No. I mean, it shows you on
Luke.
Instagram
It's not a
who views your posts.
They have access to everything.
Yeah, because they're terrorists that
Watch
have
your
access
mouth.
and
What the-
spy on people with the Patriot Act.
Okay.
You need to watch yourself.
I don't
It's-
care. I
what
can
do you-
say all of this. This is free speech.
That sounds like it's like his older brother being like, dude, you're fucking yourself over, man. Like, I'm pretty sure it's like his older brother telling, who's clearly not a loser incel. I think it's his older brother just being like, dude, and he's like going inside like, I'm done with this.
While it isn't clear who reported Luke, many of his posts were publicly viewable.
I mean, you come to my house to try and intimidate me and try to silence me. Is that what you're doing?
Well,
Yeah,
We're here to ask
that
you
is what you're
questions.
doing. If you're asking me questions, and I don't need the answer, do I?
No.
Why are you here?
You absolutely
Can
don't
you
need to
leave?
answer questions.
Luke,
Can you leave and never come back?
watch your mouth.
Is that
You know-
possible for you two, or all four of you to
Luke,
do?
stop. That's no
Is that
respect.
possible?
No respect, because what you're writing stuff that's not funny and it's not a joke. So stop. Don't
What's,
put your hand
what's
up.
funny and what's not
listen to how
funny?
he's
Who's to
talking
say?
to-
Yeah, well, I say it. It's killing people. None of that's
Am I
funny.
under arrest? Am I going to be
No,
detained? Are you
stop,
going to
dude.
charge me for
You
these
better
things?
stop.
Does any of this matter? Do I need
It
a lawyer?
matters. You call your dad and get him here.
Luke's brother heads inside to call their dad, who will soon arrive and get caught up to speed. With Sea Salty Man, the FBI agent continued sharing what they found
Sea
in their
salt, I
private
need
messages.
you, sea salt.
Again, we're not here to tell you to have your own opinions about certain groups or anything like that. But do you recall talking about more than 110, or in a conversation, more than 110 million non-white foreign individuals in our country? America is truly a hole. Does that ring a bell?
Man, how incompetent is Donald Trump that he's still got the FBI investigating his most radical supporters? Isn't that kind of crazy? Has Trump's FBI gone woke? Kash Patel's FBI gone woke?
I know how he is. He's kind of racist. I'm not even going to lie. So that sounds like something that could have been said. Now that line specifically doesn't really ring a bell, but it kind of.
What about something that you may have said? I'm done with. Let's start the revolution.
Okay, I saw that in the file. So I remember when that happened. That was with the whole Charlie Kirk thing, and that was on September 10th. And Lucas was the
They just created a million Charlie Kirks.
first person I was like texting and stuff, and we just got into one of those like arguments, not arguments, like
Debates.
not debate. We were like on the same side, but we were just like
Fired up.
flaming, like just pretty much dumping. That's what that was.
Okay. What about like follow up with that though? Him saying it will happen soon, brother. It's all falling into place, and then your response was, "I'm not waiting." And then a discussion from you further was, "This tyranny has infected the human race since the dawn of the Jews."
Oh no.
Then he responded, "You have to. Blowing a fuse and committing an act of terror early benefits no one. It's when Breivik was retarded."
Anders Behring Breivik.
They're literally like criticizing multinational cases of Nazi terrorism. Anders Breivik was a terrorist who like killed a bunch of people in the UK, I believe. He was a literal like Templar LARPer too. Man, I realize now, I think a lot of the chud hate for Assassin's Creed is that Assassin's Creed is kind of woke. Like, in modern day, like, all these Templar LARPing groups are literal white supremacist Nazi groups. So the idea that you play as, like, this fictionalized idea of a freedom-loving, you know, like, sort of freedom fighter in a sense, that assassinates these, like, Templar world leaders in these games, like, it's kind of very, like, triggering to the chuds if you think about it. It makes sense why the right hates Assassin's Creed. Like, they think that game series is woke. But this guy, Anders Breivik, was a member of the Knights Templar organization, not the original from, like, the Crusades. It's a LARPy organization. Oh, Norwegian, not UK. And he did commit an act of terror, and he did go to prison. His whole thing was he thought that, like, brown people were genociding white people or something. And, yeah, he, like, this guy was a hardcore assassin, or not assassin, Templar dude. Which Assassin's Creed game was that? All of them? All of them is where you fight the Templars? Literally all of them? Well, not all of them. There are some of them where you don't, because the Templars don't exist yet, but all of them, pretty much?
Is a Norwegian terrorist who carried out attacks in Norway on July 22, 2011. He first detonated a car bomb, killing 8 people, then carried out a mass shooting at a youth camp, killing 69 more.
And then what about he continuing on talking about Breivik? He bombed leftists in Norway, and what came from it? Really nothing at all.
No.
He went to jail. He lit his fuse of hate early. We must all light our fuses together, not individually, and create such an enormous explosion, not a small insignificant one. That
Oh no, he might. I don't think they're leaving without putting him in handcuffs today. Uh-oh.
completely obliterates the system so we can rebuild it anew. And your response was,
That was something he said, okay.
that's one way to think about it, but that's to invoke one singular explosion. It needs to be a chain reaction. The hate for true evil needs to spread. And that was your response. Total Jewish bring it forth now. Log the lefties.
Are those the last few things you said were like conversations that he had with me?
Correct.
Okay.
Some of your responses.
Yeah,
there's more.
you had some responses in there as well.
Okay. Could you read those to me?
Your response to you need to blow it all up and win. Then you followed up, your response was, it's bigger and more grand than just to the section of one race. It is a fight that will require every last soul on this planet until its dying breath. And then further on he said, them all lefties.
I don't know how much you guys would believe me, but on my end, that's just emotional banter.
It's just
that was around the time of the Charlie Kirk thing. That should be on September 10th or 11th, right? That's all that was.
He was just emotional because Charlie Kirk had just died. Come on. He was emotional because Charlie Kirk had just died, okay? Give him a break.
And since then, obviously, like, I've calmed down, and most of the world has. But at that day in specific, it was just a day where no one knew really what was going on or like the full severity of things. I didn't know that he was a a Republican at the time. So that's bad on my end because I'm just saying I don't know about.
Yeah, Yeah, these dudes are the ones who think these guys are the ones who you get in your replies saying like, are you an e-girl? You need MAGA cock. The guys who comment shit like that are these dudes. The dudes who would absolutely fold, fall apart, and pretend like they don't even know what a politics is the second they have an FBI agent knock on their door. These dudes.
That's how I see it. Sure. I'm just talking out of.
So you probably thought it was one of those minorities or something that you have some sort of particular viewpoint against.
Someone that has committed something like that within the past few years. Like maybe not like a black person or like a person of color, but maybe like a.
Bro said person of color, did he? Bro, nothing makes a Nazi, a woke, LGBTQ loving like leftard than having an FBI agent at his door questioning him about his comments on wanting to commit violence against the left. Nothing turns a chud into a woke. That's amazing. Man, these FBI agents got this dude scared. They scared him woke. Fuck scared straight, more like scared woke.
Someone that identifies in the LGBTQ space, because that happens before too, like the transgenders that have like shut up school in Nashville, or the dude that tried to assassinate Trump was on that end, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't know at the same time. So,
according to police records, an Edgewater detective also learned of a group chat Luke was involved in, which discussed the topic of school and workplace shootings.
What was the name of the group?
Don't forget, by the way, that the guy who attempted to take out Donald Trump was a Mormon. Or no, it was Tyler Robinson who took out Charlie Kirk, was a Mormon. Probably pretty Republican or right-leaning. I guess he'd probably become pretty progressive as of recent, but he was a Mormon. He was a Mormon. Definitely not the communities we typically associate with being like radical leftist violence, or like radical leftist terrorist types, you know what I mean? Like, not exactly what you think of when you think Mormon, am I right?
Serial flexers.
Serial flexers.
The federal agent attempted to question Luke further.
Did you ever say blowing it all up with incel rage all?
What? How do you expect me to recall in my mind everything I've ever said?
Watch him.
Oh, you got pictures of it? I guess that's me. Is it me? My hands covering my face.
Yeah. Well, you don't think it's a big deal what you're saying, but
it's a joke. You should. I'm a teenage boy.
Yeah, but it's not a joke with what you're saying.
Wait, how old is he actually? He looks like he could be like 19 or 20. What? How old is he? Hold on, do we know how old he is? Lucas Chevalerian. Okay, let's see how old he is. I'm sure it says somewhere, because they're not redacting him. Like, he has to be at least 18, right? Otherwise, we wouldn't even be seeing this. 19. Okay, guys, you can't call yourself a teenage boy when you're 19, all right? Okay. He was 19 years old, you sick fuck.
Actually an adult. Yeah, exactly.
An adult.
Luke.
The federal government bears that charge.
Oh,
Everything
no.
you put on the internet is for anyone to see, and they have to take it serious because they don't need people going out shooting people and killing people.
There are immigrants coming here raping people that are illegal aliens. They're doing this because I have a European descent. That's why they're doing it.
What the heck? Luke,
That's exactly why they're doing it. A white male. Oh, a white male. He's so scary.
You
what the
come,
f is wrong
you
with you
come up
people?
with, watch your mouth.
Like, how do you live with yourself?
Stop.
So I'm actually
Look.
European descent.
Stop.
Can we get a replay on that? Can we get a replay on that?
How do you live with yourself?
Stop.
So I'm actually European descent.
Stop.
Okay, is that the cop just having a good response, or is that the cop maybe being a racist and being like, oh yeah, I'm of European descent too?
It has nothing to do with your skin color. It's what you're saying.
It is.
It's what you're saying. Now stop.
Luke has already been told that he's not being detained or placed under arrest, leaving one of the officers wondering where this may be heading.
Why are we here?
The end result here. It's going to be 10, 15, 10, 12 or what?
Roxy.
No, this is it, huh?
Legal name is Nina?
Yeah.
Just doing an investigation.
With your consent,
She's gonna
because
end
this
up
is your
doing
home,
that in the
I'd
future.
like to,
Like, not today. Not today.
Sure enough, the federal
Still building the case. Still building the
Girl
case.
agent has a larger plan in motion, one she will not be revealing today. In the meantime, the situation grows more tense when Luke's dad arrives at the scene.
Sure.
It's a joke.
The house.
No, no, not,
No. Let's catch him up on everything first.
so you know, I asked myself.
It's some of the stuff that Luke's been doing.
Chat, would you still love me if I joined the FBI? Because doing this looks kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna play a little bit. This looks like a fun job. This looks like a really, really fun job. Would you guys still love me if I was an FBI agent?
Online, nobody even thinks about it
Memes
till
on
now.
Instagram, I post things and they take it seriously and they come here and try to threaten us and search the home and think I'm a terrorist or something.
Because some of the stuff he said.
Yeah, free speech. I mean, what the they've acted like I'm committing a crime.
Quit swearing.
Is she Latina? Did they send a Latina female FBI agent to investigate and arrest the white incel anti-immigration Nazi? The FBI's got jokes.
No, this is absurd. I'm angry.
Well, too bad. You can't do crap like this.
So there's First Amendment rights, of course, but when it becomes a written threat, it becomes a big concern.
It's just a joke, and they.
This was posted on.
It don't matter, Luke. That's serious. You can't do that.
Because you're not taking it serious. It's not a joke to everybody else.
It's not serious at all. It's laughable. It's stupid.
No, it's not. Stop.
With Luke's dad now informed of why they're here, the agent revisits her earlier concern about guns in the home.
I can take all my weapons and put them in a gun safe
That would be great.
at my shop.
That would be.
I thought they were in your safe in the room.
No,
In this.
Let's get a replay on that one.
and put them in a gun safe
That would be great.
at my shop.
That would be.
I thought they were in your safe in the room.
And this is strictly.
Oh, it's so Florida. It's so fucking Florida. The wife's like, I thought you had all the gun security. He's like, no. No, I didn't.
This is to control, but this is strictly because of the safety concerns that we're having. As an example, some of the threats were women need to be in mass.
Oh my gosh, what the?
I'm gonna get a gun. That's what I'll do after I a public area.
Are you kidding me, Luke?
Everyone, that's my instincts. That's what my instincts tell me.
I don't want to hear that.
Okay.
I'll
So
take
that's
the
why I'm here
guns
for the concerns.
and put them in my gun safe.
What questions do you have for me?
By the way, if he wasn't LARPing all that shit, he would have joined the military a year ago. Let's be real. He wouldn't be a 19-year-old, like, internet incel if he was like, I've got a demon inside me. He would be in the military a year ago if that was the case. he would have enlisted.
None really. It's all a shock to me. I didn't know any of the pictures. I didn't know any of this stuff. Because they all think the buddies he talks to, it's all a big joke to slander different ethnic groups and all the stuff they think is funny.
And that's First Amendment protected.
Yeah.
It is. No matter how you feel about it, it's First Amendment protected. But what is not
Yeah,
protected
well,
is the written threat. To
You don't
harm
go around
this
saying.
No, many of the mass shooters have been incels.
Well, yeah, you can't.
It's a joke.
I don't care. You don't say. You don't.
They killed.
Obviously, it's not a joke because the lady's here.
Doesn't mean anything. They do
It
this
does.
all the time.
No. They don't.
Say
I'm 56 years old. I never had the FBI come to my house.
No.
Because
Kind of bull.
it's hard to explain to you people. You
Well, yeah. Well, you got a warped way of thinking.
When the agent asks for a chance to look in the home and ensure there are no weapons in Luke's room, Luke speaks out against it, and his family seems to lose their patience with the teen.
There's no charges. They can't search our house. I'm not under arrest.
Shit.
Okay, Luke.
If an FBI agent is at your house to they probably have a warrant. They probably have a warrant.
They can't They can't get a strong mouth.
You shut your mouth.
Go inside.
You know what? You need to go. Okay, go inside now, please.
They can see the guns. If I say they can see them.
So he cannot. If the parents say, go ahead and search his room, Luke can't say, I don't want you to search my room. They can get permission from the parents.
Why would you consent to a search?
Just shut your face.
Get it in the.
You're all ridiculous. How do you live with
Just.
yourself, you piece of
What?
Is that the brother? This guy seems chill. Is this like the brother?
Go inside.
Listen, you're not making the situation any better with your negative stuff.
Because you guys need to take it more seriously.
Yeah, well, I'm taking it real serious. That he's moving all the guns out. Yeah, I am.
You gonna take the Xbox
Yeah,
away?
yeah, I'm gonna take all.
Oh man.
This is not the time for that, okay?
Well, because I'm trying to get her to
It's
take it
not
more
the time
seriously.
for it.
Yeah. I just now.
Just like always, he won't get in trouble for anything.
Okay, how am I not taking it
Oh, he's
serious
in
when
trouble.
we just found out about it? All the guns are going out.
Because you're trying to get rid
Go.
of it. Go inside.
Go.
I don't feel safe in there by myself with them.
Oh, you know what?
Oh my goodness gracious.
I don't.
And then call somebody and go.
You could tell it. She's like the least favorite member of the family. I don't know who that. Maybe that's like the mother-in-law or something. She's got mother-in-law energy. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting mother-in-law energy. I think that's her mother-in-law. They don't get along.
Somewhere else.
Yeah.
How about that?
The federal agent and the members of the Edgewater Police Department leave the home having obtained enough information to secure a
Maybe a
warrant for
sister-in-law.
Luke's arrest. 6 days later, officers descend on the teen's home under the cover of night.
Hands
Oh.
up! Hands up! Come out here!
Walk out straight desk, please. All occupants of the residence.
Don't go back.
No, don't go back inside!
Come out to us with your hands up.
Lucas, hands up!
Everybody hands up.
There's the suspect right there. That's him. Lucas, stop, guys. Stop where you're at. Down on the ground.
Guns
Down on the
drawn.
ground. Lucas, get on the ground.
Are you kidding me?
Put your hands behind your back. You guys know exactly what this is about.
No, we don't. They came the other day.
Don't say anything.
Stand up.
You hear me?
They came the
Somebody
other
clear
day,
the
but
channel.
What is it now? What is it
You got a
now?
warrant for his arrest now. Let's go.
What for?
The same thing.
Because of the phone?
No, you may need the phone.
What was it for?
The same.
They thought they let him think he was gonna get away with it. They left and they were like, yeah, it's all good, it's all good. Ah, it's just a stern warning. In reality, they come a day later with the arrest warrant, and they are just pulling up, guns out, all alarms blazing, and you can tell the family's like, what's going on? They didn't quite realize that that conversation yesterday was not a warning.
Same thing. Yep.
So why is this now?
What do you mean?
Why do they come now?
Because it's when we have a warrant for it.
Really?
Yes.
Luke, don't say nothing.
They were in the process. The judge was writing up the warrant while they were interviewing that kid, guaranteed.
So when you're charged with a crime, they can charge it out one of two ways. They can charge it out by summons, where you get a letter in the mail and say, you have a court date on this particular date, please come to court. Or they can charge it out by warrant. And in cases that involve violence or...
Oh, FBI will talk to you if you knew a victim, by the way. X Divinity FPS. Yes, if the FBI is visiting you, it's never good. It's either that you're a victim, you're a suspect, or you knew a victim, and you're about to get some bad news. It's never good. It's never good.
potential threats of violence, they do it under the cover of darkness, and they do it without telling you. So after that first visit with the FBI, what I would have recommended for him to do, call a lawyer right now. And that lawyer starts interacting with the prosecutor. They would have had a heads up. And what we do is, okay, well, he'll turn himself in. You're gonna do it, issue the warrant on Friday. He'll turn himself in on Friday.
Turn around, face the bed of the truck. You got anything on you that's gonna poke, prick, stick me?
No.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Gotcha. You've got a warrant for your arrest for written threats to kill or do terroristic attacks. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. Spread your feet.
This is ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the post, I agree. That was all crazy.
This is not ridiculous.
I think it's ridiculous. Why didn't they just take him that day then?
Because they didn't have it that day. It requires investigations. It requires time.
Yeah, I know what he was saying. I agree with that. That was all wrong, but...
Well, this is the result of that. It's taken very seriously. It's taken very seriously, yes.
I remember hearing a story when I was a kid that was meant to emphasize why you don't say certain words in certain environments. And this one really like stuck with me and got clear to me, like, wow, okay, so it is just straight up like no one's got, like, you will just get in trouble for an actual joke. Like, that is a real thing. And so you can't make certain jokes because you will get in trouble. No one will be charitable. Doesn't matter how obvious of a joke it was, you'll get in serious trouble. When my uncle was in high school, it was shortly after Columbine, and a buddy of his was joking around with some of his friends and said something that involved an explosion and the school and rubble. And those three words pierced through the conversation of the gym room, because I think it happened in like the basketball court, and got to a teacher. And that kid got spoken to by the police and was expelled permanently, because there's a zero tolerance when it comes to anything, especially post-Columbine. You cannot even say those words, even as a student, and not have problems. You don't even bring it up. You don't even talk about it.
These young kids...
It's not young kid. It's nothing to do about that.
And this guy did way more than that, okay? So know that, like, people have gotten arrested and gone to prison for much less and much more obvious jokes that were not serious than this. Joking about committing this sort of crimes that are being described here, like, even if these are jokes, these jokes are illegal. Because the government just won't see them that way. Just know that that is how the system works. This isn't just some case of, like, they have extra reason to believe that he might do these things. You're not allowed to say these things. Like, if the FBI is interested, they're gonna put you in prison for it.
I know the kid.
Yeah, I understand that.
Worst case scenario.
Here, put it this
He's not gonna go kill somebody.
Do you know that?
Put it this way, right? So put it this way. If something does happen and we did...
Another good example is, I think we can all think of a handful of words you should never even whisper in an airport. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Nothing about it, then, you know...
There's nothing to do. He's here all the time.
But
he's not...
Listen,
he don't leave
he's not in the prison
house.
cell, you know? So, at the end of the day, you have to understand that that kind of stuff can't be taken lightly with the way the world is nowadays.
While Luke's mom heads inside to get a pair of shoes for her son, his dad continues speaking with police officers.
Yeah, for put on the internet, you go to jail for that nowadays?
Yeah, if you're inciting mass murder of particular individuals, absolutely.
If you, what do you got? Name names, or you just?
No, you don't need to. You don't need to name names if you say that you're going to mass kill. Yes, that's not protected. That's not protected speech.
Free speech is a protected constitutional right. However, there is a point where it goes from being free speech to being a crime.
Any espousal of violence is no longer free speech. You cannot incite or request or make any attempts to say anything about violence. That becomes no more free speech. If you just simply say, I hate insert X group here, whatever. That is what it is. But you can't start espousing any kind of thing that says, I'm going to kill anybody. That's where it becomes a problem. A major problem, in fact, because the state of Florida deems it a second-degree felony, punishable by 15 years in prison.
He don't leave the house.
Great. Right now he doesn't.
Florida, cray.
Until he's decided he's ready.
Damn. Florida's legit as fuck when it comes to the law in some areas. You'd be surprised. I know, Florida, it's wild, crazy people, but, like, Florida's actually got some pretty sensible laws in some areas, I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to wildlife protection and environmental protection, Florida's got, like... Bro, Florida will put you under the prison if you break certain wildlife laws, and the fish and wildlife get you, oh boy, they'll put you under the jail. You know, when it comes to certain gun laws, actually, Florida's got some pretty sensible gun laws when it comes to certain restrictions. For instance, one of the first states, I think in the whole country, to adopt a age limit of 21 to buy a handgun, which immediately resulted in a massive, massive drop in handgun violence, or handgun crime, because it was being done mostly with legally bought handguns by 18, 19, and 20-year-olds. Zan, tell them about how the governor of Florida actually managed to reduce gun violence. Yes. And that's primarily because, like, the data does bear out that, like, the vast majority of gun violence is committed by 18 to 20-year-olds with pistols. You solve that problem, and you've solved a lot of the gun violence problem. And it was a pretty good move. It was a pretty good move.
You can't not take stuff like that seriously, and we will never not take that seriously.
While behind bars, Luke reaches out to his brother in a recorded jail call.
I don't know what they're thinking, even though I never meant nothing of it.
Yeah, well, you're just going to have to be honest and tell them that, and you need to apologize.
No, you need to get a lawyer.
Yeah, I know. If my friends talk to you or whatever, I don't know if they're going to ask you questions.
Well, I'm sure everyone's going to be asking questions, and of course everyone around here is constantly looking at that for new mug shots because they got nothing better to do, so people are going to find out.
Yeah. It's humiliating.
I don't know, Luke, you need to say some prayers or something.
Yeah, you're acting like I'm getting hung on the gallows in Nuremberg or something.
No, but you...
Oh, that's so good. He's like, you're acting like I'm at Nuremberg. Of course, like, no normal person would ever say, I feel like I'm on the Nuremberg trials. Only a Nazi internet incel would use that point of comparison. That's amazing. He's like, you know, in a way, I kind of feel like one of the OG Nazis in you know, being tried. Oh, what a chud.
You gotta go through this. I mean, you brought it on yourself.
Oh, yeah, like I knew this would happen. It was just a joke on the internet.
It's serious. They can't ignore that. That's how bad things happen.
Yeah.
Luke's fears that his friends would all find out were eventually realized, as this conversation between Sea Salty Man and the FBI took place after Luke's arrest and his subsequent release from jail on a $10,000 bond.
Oh, so those interspliced conversations with the Looksmaxer friend, he already knew his buddy had gotten arrested, so that's probably a big part of why he was so nervous and shaky. That does explain a bit of that, for sure. Interesting. I was actually curious about if they were going to arrest that dude or not. It doesn't seem like they did, which is weird. I'm guessing maybe because what he said wasn't as severe and he didn't have the means to do any of that, perhaps? I don't know.
Fully aware of Luke's legal consequences.
Maybe just the fact that he was willing to snitch. Maybe he's gonna snitch and he's not getting as severe of a sentence. But yeah, his homie snitched on him, it looks like.
The teen works to make his stance clear.
I'm just gonna put this in the record. I won't and can't relate to going and wanting to shoot up a place. That's absolutely mad. Mm-hmm. But certain people, I guess, can, just because that, like, ambiguous anger that has, like, built up in some people, especially like that sit in the house all day. They have no outlet, and all they do is they're chronically online. It's just not healthy.
What are your thoughts now, looking hindsight?
Definitely watch my emotions, and he definitely should do the same. Like, are you talking about, like, what I've learned from the...
This reminds me of, like, To Catch a Predator when Chris Hansen asks them, like, what have you learned from this? He's like, yeah, you know, like as if, like, the punishment is the being exposed on TV, and they go out of it thinking that, like, the humiliation is over, they've gotten their punishment, and they walk out the door kind of dejected, and then all of a sudden, like, 50 cops emerge from every direction, and they realize that the humiliation that they just went through, this was not a lesson learning kind of thing, you know, this wasn't a slap on the wrist.
Experience
Not really what you've learned, but what are your thoughts about his likelihood to maybe act on any of these types of threats?
I think that's a good joke.
At what point does a joke become a reality? What's the line?
Very good question. A joke, it depends on, like, certainly, like, the circumstance, but with this, like, with this specific situation, with him going out and harming something, I could sit here and say, because I've known him for so long, that I've seen the patterns, and who knows, but, you know, changes. So, truthfully, I don't know.
The special agent and Edgewater police also visited the home of another of Luke's close friends. According to police records, Luke had sent him what they described as numerous threats and derogatory comments against women.
One being like, I hate women so much it's unreal. Just seeing them makes me seethe with rage, knowing other...
Having incels' private messages read, incels love to play it really cool. Like, okay, are there any women in chat with any social media presence that have had, like, an internet incel comment on one of their posts and not like a little weird of a comment, but like, oh wow, that is a proud stone cold incel. They always talk very tough when they're like degrading or being you know, horrible towards women. They always talk as if they feel so they look down on women, you know, in some way. It's a very like, I'm above you kind of thing. But then if you actually read their private DMs with their little incel friends, it's them crying and raging about how the sight of a woman sends them into a violent rage internally. Like shit like this.
Men, women, and I can't, makes me seethe with rage. It makes me want to become a terrorist. World. Even if I ascended and somehow attained a woman, I would never truly love her. I just beat her. I hate them.
From when I read it.
Do you remember reading that?
Remember.
No.
Sounds like he's just
The look on the mom's face is crazy. Oh my god. I need to move my camera because I just realized I was covering the mom's face the entire time. The mom's face. Oh my god.
Women.
One being like...
Watch her the whole time.
I hate women so much it's unreal. Just seeing them makes me seethe with rage. Knowing other men, women, and I can't, makes me seethe with rage. It makes me want to become a terrorist. World. Even if I ascended and somehow attained a woman, I would never truly love her. I just beat her. I hate them.
Her reaction is so good. Her reaction, dude. That side eye she's doing here, like I've seen. Have you ever see your dog make like a really expressive face, and it's just hilarious? I've seen my dog make this face when just like confused or weirded out by something, and I can't stop laughing.
And somehow attained a woman, I would never truly love her. I just beat her. I hate them.
From when I read it.
Do you remember reading that?
Remember.
No.
Sounds like he's just kind of got his blockers on and not really paying attention to it.
And I know he's just like I am. We're like, oh yeah, that's them. Whatever. You don't
whatever.
think anything. But then he started saying it, and we're like, whoa, the world's different now. You can't say this. And
Exactly, 100%.
Yeah, remember, the guy here wasn't saying that stuff. He's friends with the incel guy and received messages that were like that. This might even be the guy who reported it, because one of this dude's friends reported what he was saying mostly in private, and that's how the FBI got like access to all of it and aware of what was going on. Because while the Patriot Act does allow for the government and federal agencies to spy on you, it's not as straightforward as like all your messages are being fed through like the system and they're monitoring everything. It's more that like they have the ability, if they become in any way suspicious of you or want to, they're just allowed to go digging through your data. They can subpoena companies to give every bit of logs you've got, your entire, like they can get everything. That's what the Patriot Act lets them do. It's not that they're spying on you, it's that they can basically they don't have to spy on you. That's what the Patriot Act actually is they don't need to spy on you, and that's actually scarier, in a sense. I mean, if you're caring about privacy. I'm gonna be honest, the Patriot Act stuff, I guess maybe because I was born into a well, I wasn't born into it, but I grew up in a post-Patriot Act world. Maybe for people who were around before, it feels like much more of an invasion of privacy, but for me, it's just the world I've always known, it's the America I've always known, so while I know that I'm supposed to be anti-Patriot Act, it's like, I can't really, I don't really know what America was like before it existed, so, from what I understand, though, it's largely overstated how bad it is for privacy. I mean, at the end of the day, this is usually what it looks like when the Patriot Act is invoked.
And we've seen it. I mean, we're living it.
Right. And you can call it a joke as much as you like.
Right.
But a lot of other people have called it jokes.
Absolutely.
Who have acted out.
Right. And that is very excessive to me. So I would have never imagined him to keep having these. And I hope it is just a kid talking, but that definitely would put a concern that I'm not trying to be mean, but I do think he's not allowed to come around just for, I don't want to take any chances.
Yep.
Fair.
According to court documents, 19-year-old Lucas Gregory Nevcherlane was charged with 1 count of written threats to kill or do bodily injury. He entered a plea of not guilty and is currently still out on bond. The case is ongoing, and a pre-trial hearing has been set for May 20th, 2020.
Oh. Okay, we've got news on the pre-trial. Okay, then we should have news on the pre-trial. Hold on. Hold on. Luke Nevcherlane pre-trial release. Huh? No results. Why? Florida versus CLR.
Are you familiar with the user?
Okay, so there are like YouTubers who have like gone over it, but I don't see any official. Maybe we'll have to check into this this entire situation if it continues to get interesting. God, imagine if we had a televised court hearing. If like his trial was televised on some Johnny Depp Amber Heard shit, that would be crazy. Anyway, y'all know what to do. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.